Alright, we're here with the Comedy Cabaret one-on-one special with Amanda Day.
Okay.
Welcome, thank you for doing this. Let's jump right in.
Okay.
Why comedy?
I was always sort of drawn to it as a kid. You know, I think I probably share a lot of experience, like similar experiences with other comics, in that I was just listening to it a lot as a kid. You know, just stand-up albums and things like that. Whatever whatever your parents had lying around, if they were a stand-up comedian, you started listening to that, and you get drawn into that. So it was also a good way of being funny. Was also a good way of getting attention. So that sort of got all into everything.
So were you a class clown then?
I don't think I was the big class clown or anything like that. I still was very shy, but I like to think I I was definitely funny among my friends. Maybe not as comfortable doing it publicly.
Okay, so would you consider yourself to be a shy person, or were you more outspoken?
Oh, I think that I'm shy personally, okay. But it's sort of more of like a social anxiety kind of a thing. You know, not really.
Crafting a joke, how does your day usually work?
Usually I get some kind of an idea of something that I want to say. Maybe it's like a line or something like that, or just an experience that happened that I kind of want to turn into something else. Usually I'll get out a couple like punchlines, and then sort of talk and write around the other stuff, try to add in more tags and that kind of thing. I don't really sit down and write very much. I kind of work a little bit more on the fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how does that go about then, like, your process of developing a joke, like, on stage, and how long does it take to kind of craft into something you're kind of happy with?
I mean, I will do jokes into the ground, like I'll do them for months to make sure I'm comfortable with them, and I have all the beats out that I know that I want, if anything else needs to be added and that kind of thing. Mostly I guess I just try to pay attention to what people enjoy about it on stage. I don't think that, I wish I had a better process in terms of writing, but I think so far it's been fairly effective. I share this, but I have a very strong inner monologue. So I'll just talk to myself a lot about things that are going on, make my own jokes for my own amusement, and then, maybe something in particular hits, and sort of like, I can bring this onto a stage thing. Other people will understand this,
So then how long have you been doing it for?
I've been doing it for about 7 years now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And what do you find are the biggest challenges so far?
For me personally, I have a problem networking because I'm shy. I don't really know how to approach people, and so that's kind of a big loss on my part to not be as comfortable sort of interacting with a bunch of other people.
So are you one of the types of people that tries to get out every night, or are you now just kind of taking it a bit easier now that you've been doing it for so long?
Yeah, I feel like I don't need to get out every night. There are times in which I certainly am more motivated to do so, that I want it a little bit more, but I don't feel like it's necessary. If I'm working on the same 5 minutes and I'm kind of doing it for a few months, kind of going through room after room, I don't feel the need to get right back on a room that I was just on or anything like that. I feel like I can kind of balance it out a little bit more, and that it doesn't need to be sort of, it's going to be lost to me,
That makes sense. Well, is it different than when you're working on new material, or you...
Yeah, if I'm working on new material, I'm out a lot more because I'm trying to get it on its feet and see how it works and that kind of thing. So if I have a lot of new stuff, I'm hitting the open mics a lot more. If I don't have a bunch of new stuff that I'm working on, then I feel like, why am I doing this set I know is practiced and that I know works pretty well on an open mic when there's other people who need to work on their jokes.
Okay. No, okay. That makes sense. You definitely have a distinct style.
Mm-hmm.
I find it like it's a lot more edgy than most comedians I see.
I've been told that, yeah.
Was that a choice?
No, it's where I found myself feeling very comfortable and more confident. When I started doing this, I was trying to be the comedian that my mom would want to listen to, which is like very Bill Maher style political type things, and I found more that I wasn't really interested in it, and the more I found myself talking about things I wanted to talk about, the more stuff I found, this seems to be where I really get a lot of stuff out of,
Then does that hinder you in some rooms? Does it? Are you able to like, I mean like I assume bar you from rooms, but do you still have to be able to read an audience and know what's going to be acceptable? Like you have stuff in your back pocket that's.
I mean, I've had that happen before. Usually with maybe an older crowd that didn't necessarily get what I was trying to convey. But for the most part, the rooms aren't really the issue. It might be more, opportunities that might be limited to me. So in other words, if there's a comedy festival that wants people only doing clean material, well, I don't really have that. I can't really do corporate gigs for the same reason. I don't have the clean material to do it. I am curious about trying to develop that, but I also feel like I need to follow what is making me laugh at the time.
No, that makes sense. What's the biggest piece of advice you could give someone just starting out?
Get out to every room you can, make the FaceTime, make the connections, talk to people, and just keep, like, the big success in stand-up is just your resilience and your ability to keep going for, it just seems like it winds up paying off, and that's sort of very...
Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
This is the Comedy Cabaret 101 with Amanda Day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.